Hi there, my name is Kay Moon and I am a Twin Flame channel and Western astrologer. And this video is a special message for Earth signs and for fixed signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and Scorpio, Leo, and Aquarius. And for those who have a lot of any of those planets placed in those signs in your chart. This is going to help you understand the changes and challenges presenting to you or someone you love that may have significant fixed or earth energy between the years of 2018 and 2025, as there is a very special transit going on just for you. If you're new here, welcome. This channel was made to help you understand yourself and your loved ones through astrology and help you find your way back to your personal power by working with the energies of the universe rather than against them. Please subscribe. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And for everyone, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. It helps the channel and the content find its way to people who need it and who've been looking for it. Thank you so much. So what we have going on for fixed signs is a special transit of Uranus. This planet here looks like this in the sign of Taurus. And you'll see here it arrived in Taurus on May 16th, 2018 at the 0-degree mark of Taurus. And it's going to stay in the sign of Taurus through 2025. It's a very slow moving transit, but that's actually a good thing because when something is revolutionary and change making as Taurus moves through a sign and impacts your planets and that house for you, having that kind of upheaval occur overnight is very, very challenging. It's actually best if the changes happen incrementally. There was a small break from November 7th of 2018 through March 6th of 2018. But if you look back at the year of 2018, you may find that 2018 was a year when the tides really began to turn and have been turning ever since for you, if you're either an earth or a fixed sign. Uranus is going to transform in a very challenging way the fixed signs of Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Leo. And it's going to transform in a very supportive way the earth signs of Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. One thing that you should understand about not Taurus, but Uranus is its mythology and how the energy of Uranus is bringing its changes into your life. So Uranus was known as the divine consort of Gaia. Gaia created Uranus after having created so many of her other children by herself. And what she decided she wanted was a lover to embrace her, to wrap around her, to be a co-creator with her. And so she created Uranus, also known as the heavens, a place more than a being, just like Gaia was. The earth was a place. And they made beautiful love and co-created beautiful babies for a long time before things went sideways. Sometimes things go sideways in a relationship. We all know that that can happen. But the thing that Uranus brought to Gaia was what was possible when creation and creatorship came from two instead of one. And Uranus also brought forward the energy of the divine consort and divine insight, divine revelation. It revealed to Gaia what her children couldn't, who she was, what was lovable about her, and what it means to be made love to by the divine, by a divine just like her. So this energy of kind of divine insight, divine revelation is the energy that will be infusing all of the signs that we just talked about. However, Uranian energy is extremely powerful and potent. It's the kind of energy that we traditionally in astrology associate with lightning, electricity, fire, lava, magma. the kind of energy of technology and revolution and the future and what's next. It moves lightning quick, it transforms things kind of overnight. And simultaneously, anything that's been touched by Uranus is never the same as it was prior. Uranus definitively places its mark on something, moving a planet, a house, or a sign closer to what it's meant to be in its divine incarnation here on Earth. So there's a few things going on here. One of the main things that you're going to want to pay attention to is already happening now. For the Earth signs, Uranus is going to speak harmoniously with Pluto and Saturn, as it's been doing since 2018. But we've got harmony with Saturn through the end of 2020. We've got harmony with Pluto for a few more years. I actually have to double check. I didn't actually notate that before I made the video. But we've got harmony with Pluto for a few more years. But Pluto, Saturn, and Uranus are really understood to be the planetary heavy hitters of the zodiac. They are outer planets. They create sweeping change. Um, Saturn demands integrity. Pluto wants things that aren't in integrity to die, transform, and then be reborn in its next highest incarnation. And Uranus is the energy of the divine that's really catalyzing all of this to transform in an evolutionary sense, to move us forward from where we are today, to move us to a better place from where we are today. So during this first few years of this, I would say probably 2018 through 2021, the energy is catalytic in the way that there's a lot of sweeping endings occurring alongside a very heavy year of ending lunar eclipses in 2020. And then in 2021, we start to feel the beginning of a little bit of a silver lining and a little bit of hope on the horizon. During this time, you can expect that there's going to be significant changes to areas of your life that Taurus rules. And if you just stay tuned, at the end of this video, I'm going to go through what this Uranus transit means for all 12 signs and what to expect in your life, which area of life this is going to impact. So hang in there for that. But for those of you specifically, I want to address there's a group of you born between 1986 and about 1991, 92, and 1985, 84, you may feel a little bit of this. 93, 94, you may feel a little bit of this, but specifically those of you concentrated between 86 and 91. You all have a particular stellium, which is a placement of 3 or more planets in your chart, that are going to get activated by this energy. And this energy, the stellium that you have in your chart, is Neptune, Uranus, and Saturn sitting together. And some of you actually have a few like personal planets sitting there as well. But the energy going on here, especially between the Uranus and the Neptunian energy, they're sitting together in the sign of Capricorn. And now we've got this heavy Capricornian transit. These years, 2019, 2020, 2021, were meant to be years of activation for you. Those of you who incarnated on the planet Earth during that period of time are known as a very special set of rebuilders. And you've been given a very special template for rebuilding us into the new Earth after what is currently happening. So if you're in that generation and you're finding yourself feeling lost, unclear, uncertain, frustrated with everything you're seeing from older generations, this is because the collapse that's happening now is something that is activating those templates within you so that your leadership on the other side of this can step forward and create the change in the physical world that we're all meant to participate in. But it's you guys in part who were templated in to rebuild, those of you born in those generations or in those years. So hang in there, clarity will come, but this activational transit, specifically Uranus through Taurus, but also Saturn crossing over in Capricorn at this time, this energy is really going to facilitate the energy for you of bringing forward events that are clarifying who you are, why you're here, and what you stand for. Forcing certain doors closed and other doors open so that you walk through the ones that are open and do your divine purpose on planet Earth. And transforming who you are in such a significant way that there's who you were before 2019, and then there's who you were, or before 2018, I should say, and then there's who you were after 2021. You'll see that there's a new sense of purpose and revitalized forward momentum for you if you were born during those years post 2021. For the rest of us, I will say that this Uranian energy is occurring on the Scorpio Taurus axis. And Scorpio and Taurus are linked in a conversation about values. The Taurus energy, the Taurian energy specifically, is about our money, our self-worth, our time, our resources, that which we are magnetically drawn to and love. And there will be transformation to the house that Taurus rules inside of your chart. Like I said, I'm going to go through each one of the signs so that you can get a better sense of what that will mean for you in a moment. This is also going to mean big change and transformation to pleasure and sensuality. But mainly, I will say the money thing is going to be big for those of us on planet Earth, but it's also going to be very significant for those of you who are fixed signs, but especially the Taurus and Scorpio people. If you have significant placements in either one of those signs, expect that your finances will transform in some way for the better, even if at the moment it looks like catastrophe, lightning, thunder, it's all blowing up. This is all moving actually in a better direction. Remember, what Uranus brings is the influence of the divine to help us move toward a higher state. What you'll want to pay attention to in your personal chart are aspects to either your Mercury by square, trine, sextile, or opposition, aspects to your Sun or Moon. These three in particular, I've noticed in my readings with clients, when Uranus talks to any one of these three, the person can find themselves feeling really, really, really raw, like really cracked open, really emotionally vulnerable or mentally like fried. Like the downloads are coming super fast if you're the Mercury person, emotionally really volatile and raw if you're a Moon person. And if you're a Sun person, you will find that you feel just straight up agitated. Quite a bit agitated, quite a bit frustrated, as there's just an energy inside of you. I have got to change something pertaining to the house that your Sun sits in. I've got to change something. I just don't know what it is yet. The change will occur in the next several years. And essentially, it's like downloading a new program from for your computer. And you have to unzip it and install it, and then you can open up the program and you can do new things with it. But for the three of you, Mercury, Venus, and Moon, or not Mercury, Venus, and Moon, Mercury, Sun, and Moon, you will find that this particular period of time, you will be downloading certain things only to be able to understand those things in the future. But it is a very solo time with Mercury, Sun, and Moon people who are getting aspected by this Taurus. So again, those signs that have, if your Mercury, Sun, or Moon sits in Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, or Aquarius, that's going to be you. So if you find yourself needing to withdraw, needing additional solo time, things kind of changing a little too quickly for you, don't worry. As soon as Uranus is out of orb, meaning 5 degrees or more away from your particular sun, moon, or Mercury, you will feel a lot better. But if you're also loving someone who has sun, moon, or Mercury in one of those signs, note that these people are having the experience of really cracking open to the divine. And they need a lot more alone time than what they may have previously shown you they needed. And during this time, they may appear to you as a little up, down, left, right. Which way are they coming? Are they going bipolar? They're not. They're just getting upgrades that are asking them to transform and evolve from the inside out. But when you're on the inside of that and the outside just hasn't matched up yet, it can make you feel a little disoriented. So if they've chosen to take some space, understand that it's not personal, that they really do have a lot going on internally that even they probably can't explain to themselves. For those of you who have those placements, it's going to be really critical for you to set aside time to get closer to the divine in whatever way that works for you. If you're one of the earth signs, find a moving meditation practice, work out, dance, do something with your physical body to help you flush the light through so that it's not getting congested in any particular way. The more movement you can do as an earth sign, the easier this transit is going to be for you. Any messages that you've gotten prompting you to move, change jobs, switch your friends up, change your clothing, change your hair, do it. Don't drag your feet. Do it, because it will also assist you to feel a lot better. Any changes that you're making to your material world are simply reflections of what's already come through in your inner world, as above, so below, law of correspondence. And then I would say the same is true for the fixed signs, especially because if you're a fixed sign, this energy is either in opposition or 90-degree angles to your sun. Or your moon if you've got a fixed moon. And what the fixed signs are really known for is their capacity to sustain. Taurus is the most spring that spring gets before we change into summer in the mutable sign of Gemini. Leo is the most summer that summer gets, and it's a sustained energy of summer energy before we transform into fall. Then we have Scorpio, which is the most fall and transformative that fall gets before it's officially winter. And this is all northern hemisphere. If you are southern hemisphere of the globe, reverse this. Aquarius is going to be the most winter that winter gets before we transform again back into spring. The sustained energy and constancy that a fixed sign has for maintaining the status quo, maintaining a steady force, a steady energy, a steady movement forward. That capacity to sustain is going to be challenged for our fixed signs. And so if you're a fixed sign and you're experiencing this Uranian transit and you're watching things that you've been trying to keep together continuously fall apart, the advice for you is let it fall. Let it fall. It's supposed to fall. In its fall, what's actually happening is you are moving toward, you're getting promoted essentially as a job. You have to let go of the old job and what you were sustaining so you can move to a new desk and a new office with new coworkers and sustain something new. But you can't sustain the old and allow the new to come in at the same time. So if it's already fallen apart multiple times, a relationship, a job, a business, a friendship, you've almost lost the house multiple times, there could be a message in there that it's time to transform and evolve whatever that thing is so that you are able to move on to the next highest incarnation of those particular energies. If it's crumbling, let it crumble. There is something better coming. Let's go ahead and dig into how this is going to affect each of the 12 signs. If you know that you're already feeling some of this energy, or you're one of these fixed signs or earth signs, I would say this is a perfect time to get a personal reading. The personal readings are available to assist you in understanding how to utilize this energy. So instead of it happening to you, you can direct it with intention and feel a little less raw, a little less vulnerable, a little less confused. Um, and also, if you're born in that generation between like 86 and 91, also a great time to get a personal reading if you're called to it. Just email me at chrysalismoon, KRYSALISMOON @gmail.com. You'll receive an autoresponder that explains how to book. And once you've booked, you'll be sent a scheduling invitation, and we'll go ahead and meet and walk through how all this impacts you. Now, if you happen to be in Aries, the first sign of the zodiac, these changes are going to be going down in the second sign from your sun. So over the next several years through 2025, expect that there is a change to the way you make your money, a change to the way that your self-esteem operates, and how you value yourself, your time, your resources, and your energy. There may be things you tolerated before that you just will not tolerate anymore. In addition to that, there will be challenges to your self-esteem experientially that force you to upgrade your bar. If you're a Taurus, this energy is moving through your first house, or your first, or moving on top of your sun. That agitational energy that I just discussed earlier is going to be there for you, pushing you into a new direction, even if you don't fully understand what that direction is. With a Uranus transit, trust that you are divinely guided. It is, even though you can't see the way, you will not be let to fall. Keep moving forward. Know that who you are is changing fundamentally from the inside out. And it's only once this transit is complete that you will fully understand precisely who you've become. Gemini, this energy for you is taking place in the 12th sign, 12th house from your sun. This also counts for Gemini rising, Aries rising, Taurus rising. For Geminis, this is going to bring forward an exposure of your subconscious inner workings to your conscious mind in a way that you have never seen before. Ways that you self-sabotage, ways that you get in your own way, ways that you've held yourself hostage. These are all going to come forward. Expect that your dreams will become extremely vivid, but also if you've been holding secrets, Gemini, know that a Uranian transit to the 12th sign from your sun or 12th house will expose them whether you are ready or not. Do your best to walk a congruent path. Cancer, this will be in the 11th house from your sun. Expect changes to your friendships. Expect changes to your hopes, wishes, goals, and dreams. What you once wanted and who was previously in your corner, expect that that is going to transform and shift by the end of this Uranus transit. Who you're becoming is changing such that what you want and who will be allowed to associate with you will also shift. They're going, let them go. Leo rising. This is going to be all about career for you. When your career sector, what you're doing, what you're known for, and how people come to identify and associate you in the future going forward is going to shift dramatically. If you've had a reputation for X, expect now that your reputation will now be about Y. And this again is about something fundamentally changing inside of you as Uranus squares your sun. Virgo rising. This is going to be all about higher education, philosophy, beliefs for you. This is also going to be about service for you and where it is you're guided to serve and guided to lead. The Virgoan energy is going to see either a call to go back to school, learn some new things either on the internet or from a traditional place, but also to be doing such in a way that allows you to be of greater service to the world. You will also find that you have a strengthening of your faith. You may not know why, but you will believe in yourself in ways that the circumstances haven't warranted. Run with it. Use your faith to implement new actions, Virgo, and you will see results in due time. Libra, this is going to be all about the energy of sex, death, taxes. If you've got tax issues that you have not handled, this would be a great time to get in front of them before Uranus gets in front of you. Uranus likes the element of surprise. The last thing you need is a surprise. Now you're getting audited and you haven't filed taxes in how many years? Secondly, sexuality, intimacy. This is going to be a period of time where the way you have liked it may change for something else. Whom you've been attracted to physically may shift to something else. Who your type was may not be who your type is becoming. It's okay. You're being called toward your divine counterparts with this transit. Let it happen. Let go. Scorpio, this is a period of time where you're going to find how you've approached relationships romantically and business wise is going to shift dramatically. Not only will you find that you have new boundaries and new beliefs about relationships, but you'll also find that if you were a person who felt, I'll never get married, by the end of this transit, you may find yourself married. If you were the kind of person who was in back-to-back serial monogamous relationships, you may find before the end of this transit that you are in a space of needing to just be by yourself. Whatever it was is not what it's going to be. Know that what's next is what's meant for your highest good and allow it to unfold. Sagittarius, this is an energy for you that's all about divine service. Again, I love this energy for you because that faith, that hope, and that focus that Sagittarius has is going to put you on a path to achieving your dreams by activating your sixth house of service and health and well-being. Additionally, this is a period of time where certain health issues can start to spring up and it's almost like they come out of nowhere. So make sure if you've got any health issues that have either been in remission or have been low grade, you've just kind of been ignoring the symptoms, now's the time to go for that checkup. Make sure that you're taking your supplements or your doctor prescribed medications and look after your health so that surprises don't come at you out of nowhere. Capricorn, this is an energy for you that is about creativity and children and creative work and offsprings. If you are a Capricorn rising or a Capricorn, this is also a period of time where you could get surprise pregnant. So please be very careful if you know that you are the type of person who is not ready to have children. Be conscious. While there may be accidental parents, there are no accidental children. They chose you if they come through. But if you know you're not ready, stay on top of that with yourself and for your own benefit, with your own soul contract. You want to start a new business, Capricorn. These 5 years are going to give you the motor you need to get it off the ground and have divinely inspired insight about what it's going to need to move forward so that you're in a place to be able to lead it and drive it into the future needs of your customers without even having met those customers yet. A beautiful time for Capricorns to build. Aquarius, this is an energy that's going to transform home for you. You may find that in these next 5 years, you are being called upon to move out of the blue to a place that you had no idea you would ever even live in. Go with it. Whatever the call is for you in terms of moving, it's moving you toward a higher place, higher destination, toward your higher soul calling. Wherever you're called to go, go. In addition, Aquarius, this energy is going to transform your roots, your family of origin, and your home. So the people that you were raised with or the place you were raised in you may find by the end of this transit, there is some significant change that's meant to help all of you in the familial line evolve. Be a part of it. Lead it if you're called to. Allow it if you're not. Pisces, this is all about communication for you. And so you'll find that divine communication comes through in some ways that perhaps you didn't expect. Expect your dreams to be lit up. If you are a medium or a channel, expect that your gifts become illuminated during this transit. If you have been really struggling with the ways in which you talk to people or people talk to you, expect that this will be a period of time of learning how to share who you are and communicate your truths in a way that you have not done so before. This may also be about your siblings, Pisces. So if you've got brothers or sisters or cousins, it may also be about your neighbors who are going through a significant change. Be there for them as best you can. Hold your center. This divine energy moving through you is impacting everyone around you, even if you're not necessarily in communication with them. Allow your communication to shift and watch how they shift as well. Thank you so much for liking, watching, and subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, definitely subscribe and smash that like button for me. I super appreciate it, guys, so this content can find those who need it. And if you'd like a personal reading, email me at chrysalismoon, KRYSALISMOON to get that personal reading so we can look at how all of this plays out with regard to your personal planets and your houses together. Thank you so much. Take great care and bye for now.